Hello, everybody. It's another Movement with Anja day. I'm Anja. Hey, how are you? I'm so glad that you're here. You're joining me for this session. What I'm trying to do right now is have Mondays and Fridays yoga, and on Wednesdays I will create a little strength exercise for you. As you always know, you are listening to your doctor, you listen to yourself. Please make sure you have plenty of water while we're doing this, because I don't know where you are at, but where I'm at right now, we have 80 degrees in the house and it's like 82 or something outside. So it's like, wow, it's warm. Anyway, so again, listen to yourself, listen to what you've been told by your doctors or any kind of medical professional that you should be listening to. Another one is there is several possibilities of making it stronger, harder, or making it lighter, easier. So you have always the choice to stay on your chair, and you can do most of these things seated on your chair. We will do different exercises for different muscles in our lower body. So we will work on squats, and we will do some lunges, and we will do some heel raises, the good old stuff. So if you would like to make it harder, there are such things as ankle weights and ankle cuffs. Let me actually show you something. I have them right here. So something like this. If there's something in your house that floats around and you can use these, pull them out. You can then put them around your ankles to make the leg heavier than it originally is. So that will add a little bit. And again, you do not need lots of weight, so it's not that you need to add 15, 20 pounds to this. This one right here is a 2.5 pound cuff, and that would be plenty when you do a lot of work with your legs. So again, options. Not necessarily has to happen. If you feel you're comfortable with your body weight right now, you're perfectly fine. There's no need to add anything. But again, if you say, you know what, I'm progressing, I like to have a little bit more, there they are. Hey, Jazz. It's my cat, Miss Jazzy. So let's make sure you have water, and I will get up. I will move my chair out of the way. We are doing some warm up, and we're getting the body ready, the lower body. I will focus on the lower body, so I'm not going to do any upper body warm up. I'm sorry. But as I said in the beginning, you have the option. You can stay and you can do, warm-ups while you're seated. That is definitely an option. If you can, even if you can only for maybe a very short window, I would encourage you to get up. Let's get up out of that chair, and let's go ahead and move that chair out of the way. If it's in the way, if you find, you know what, I do need it, there's always this right here, always holding on to it if you like. So while I'm all saying all this and we're starting to march, right there on the corner of your video, there is a little rectangle that says subscribe. And I would love for you to subscribe my channel if you have not yet. And I would love for you to share my channel and this video with your friends that might benefit from this. Any comments, shares, subscriptions definitely help me. I'm an infant YouTuber. So there's definitely the need for me to grow a little bit of reputation and a little bit of crowd that follows me. So I would love for you to do that. So let's go ahead and march those feet wide. So again, if you're seated on the chair, you can do exactly the same thing. You're just taking your feet out wider. So now the thing here is what we're doing right now is we don't want to do this. We don't want to put weight on each foot. So I'm staying relatively steady here. So what that entails is I have to engage my core. And then I'm lifting my feet up off the floor. It does not have to be high. Does not have to be far, but you can also lift your knees up higher if you care to. So those are your choices. But let's make sure we keep that core engaged, and then go ahead and watch it back in. Take those feet back together. Awesome. Let's go ahead and tap those heels. So we're tapping your heels forward. Yeah. Deep inhale and exhale. We're always focusing on keeping that belly engaged, keeping the chest lifted. I talk a lot about your shoulder blades. Shoulder blades tucked in, like you want to put them right here into your back pockets of your pants. Let's go ahead and tap to the sides. So I'm tapping my toes out to the sides, but I'm again keeping my body weight right here in the center. And so if you say, okay, I want to hold onto my chair, and that tap becomes very small, that's good. It's movement, and it's progressing you forward. So that's all it is. It all matters about what you need and what you can do right now. So go ahead and tap your toes back. So here's, well, that chair could come in handy. So you don't want to do this. You don't want to look like a bobbing bird looking for something. We're like a chicken here. We want to keep that chest lifted. We want to keep that belly engaged. We want to keep that body nice and strong, and we're just tapping back. It's called dynamic movement, dynamic stretching. And let's go ahead and tap those toes forward. Tap them forward. Yeah, like you're trying to reach your big toes towards something. So I'm pointing my toe forward. So what that does is it's going to stretch right into the front of the foot, front of your shin. Good. And let's go back to marching. Yeah. March those feet wide. And now we're really going to start lifting. We're going to shift the weight from one foot to the other. Just like I said earlier not to, now we're going to do that. And so here's, well, if you say, well, my shifting my weight keeps my feet on the floor, then go ahead and do that. Perfect. Hold on to the chair if you need to. Or lift up and point those toes again down towards the floor. So if you like a little extra, let's go ahead and lift that leg up. And again, strong through the belly. Nice and tall. Yeah. Good. One more. And go ahead and tap those toes again. And from here, we're going to go into a hamstring curl. So we're going to pull that heel up. And I'm going to pull the heel up here. So now here, what I see a lot of times people do is this. They do this. So what I want you to think about is my knees are pointing down towards the floor. And I'm pulling my heels up towards my butt. And what you do is you feel the stretch right here. Again, dynamic stretching. So we're warming up those legs. Yeah. Give me one more. And then go back to tapping your toes. And then step your feet back together. Do a little bit of step touch. Yeah. And then go ahead and walk in place. Yeah. Awesome. And then go ahead and lift your knees up. Up. Here's well. My foot comes up off the floor just a little bit. That's good. I can do a little bit more. Lift that foot up higher off the floor. That's good. That's awesome. I can lift that knee up really high, but without changing my posture, because that's really what's important right here. So if this is good, and this turns into this right here with my round back, let's not bother about this. Let's just do what you can with a nice strong back. Give me one more. And march. Go ahead and take a deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and do it again. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Oh, up. And exhale. Roll your shoulders. And hold your march. Beautiful. So what I would suggest is we're going to have a drink of water. And cheerio. From here, I would like to have you grab a chair. If you say, I don't need a chair, I don't want a chair, you can do all this without a chair. So what we're doing right now is we're lifting and lowering the heels. Beautiful. Let's do 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold this up. Now drop your left heel down and then just alternate your pedal. Yeah, so what you want to work on is here, belly. The belly button is drawn in, my pelvic floor is engaged. I feel this in my lower back working. I feel how I'm supporting my body. Good. And go ahead and release the left. So step those feet out wider. We're turning your toes out just a little bit, and we're going down into a bend, and we're coming up. So when you bend your knees like this, I'm going to show you sideways because it's very, very clear to see what happens. So when I'm bending and I'm opening up my legs so they're turning out. So what I see a lot of times is that people do is they push their knees forward. So think about opening up those hips while you're bending. So I'm turning and I'm opening up and come back up. Do that again. Turn and open. Beautiful. Turn and open. Strong again through the belly. Engage that pelvic floor. Awesome. Give me one more. And now stay there. So we're staying right here with those bent knees. And then all we're going to do right now is we're shifting our body weight side to side. So see how my knees are not passing my toes? So you really want to pay attention that when you're closer together, that you're not doing this, because you do not want to overextend your knee joints. So keep those knees over your ankles. Yeah. And then come on back up. And then walk your feet together and shake that off a little bit. So let's go ahead and work those hamstrings a little bit. So we're standing behind the chair. We're standing on the right foot. We're taking that left leg out. So this is where, for example, an ankle weight would come really in handy. But for me right now, just for the showing purposes, I'm not going to use anything. But flex your foot and then pull your heel up and release the foot back down. Pull it up. Bring it back down. See how my leg stays nice and straight? That's what you want to maintain. You want to keep that long hip, but you want to bend into the knee. So go ahead. Here's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and release that. Awesome. We're going to do the other side. I'm going to turn around so you can see this better. Standing on the left, right leg is out. We're flexing the foot. We're pulling the heel up, keeping the knee pointing down. Here we are. And there's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and release and shake that off a little bit. Awesome. Ooh, I'm sweating and I'm fuming up, so I'm going to take my glasses off. It's getting warm in here. Okay, friends. So what we're going to do next is we are going to have a seat, because what we're going to do is we're going to do some squats, some good old chair squats. So now the running joke or the running word in my classes was hover, because I would like you to be able to have strength that you can actually hover over the chair instead of just plopping into the seat. That's really dangerous, because if your chair will go flying away from you, you end up on your tush. And or also, I've seen this, that people are literally just kind of falling back into it and, like, oh, just hurting themselves because they're just kind of, there's no engagement and they're just letting themselves plop back. So let's make sure that you keep it nice and strong. So a couple of things. You do not want to look back or like want to try to reach for your chair. You want to have your chair so when you get up, you want to be able to have your chair right behind you. So when I'm doing this right here with my legs, I can feel my chair. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to stand back up. That's all we're going to do. So now your hands, you can take your hands on your hips. You can do like I just did as a counterweight if it feels better for you. You can take them on your hips, on your thighs, getting back up. Like I said, I do not want you to use your hands to push yourself up off the chair to then get back up. Because right now what you can see, what that does, it puts a lot of load into the front, and it's really, really easy for you to then face first, go down and fall. So I want you to rely on your legs, being able to get up and come back down. Yes? So let's go ahead and do a set of 12 like this. All we're going to do is we're going to sit and we're going to get back up. And then we go from there, okay? Here we are. Here's 12, 11, 10, 9. And if you find that you already reached your threshold, 8, you take a breather. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and there it is. There's number 1. Awesome. Very good. Nice job. So I hope you're feeling good. You're not too winded right now. If you do, just catch your breath a little bit. If you say, "Ooh, my legs are tired," oh yeah, I betcha. Because you work in big muscles. They want to have lots of oxygen, so therefore it's important that we're breathing and make sure that we keep that body really nicely going. So now we've done squats, chair squats. So in the ideal world, we want to do a squat or being able to do a squat without the chair. So now my my references were always, where unfortunately this year this didn't happen, unfortunately, but there's festival season, the fair, we have here in Rochester, we have the Lilac Festival and the Park Avenue Festival and all those wonderful things, which then you have beverages and you walk around, and now I need to go to the bathroom. Well, porta potties are not necessarily the place you want to hang out in and on the seat either. So that's why I always said as a running joke is, when you go to the Lilac Festival, you don't want to sit on the porta potty. You need to be able to hover. So that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to work on that hover. So let's go ahead and sit back nice and tall. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get up, and then we're going to hover over the chair, and then we're getting back up. Let's go ahead. 12 of those. Here's 12. 11. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hover, let's make sure you stay up off that chair. Take a deep inhale, draw that navel in, lift your chest, and have a seat. Woo! Thank you very much. Good job, everybody. Nice, very nice. Go ahead and grab a drink. Woo! Catch your breath a little bit. And then we're going to get back up. So like I said in the very beginning, listen to yourself. So if you find, ooh, that's it. That's all I have for today. Call it a day. Try this class maybe tomorrow again and see if you can get a little further. That's something to work up towards. My cat is running around. Okay, so let's get back up. So now we're going to do some lunges. So squats and lunges are really essentially the best things for your legs because you're working all the muscles in your legs, and you're also doing very essential movements. Walking up and down the stairs, going in and out of your car, getting up off a chair, off the toilet, the couch, wherever you might be, you need to be able to get up. And I cannot tell you how many times I've heard from members telling me, oh no, I don't get on the floor or anything because I can't get back up. Well, that's a problem. Because we want to make sure that you are be able to get back up from the chair. Or I'm sorry, from the floor, from the chair, of course. So let's go ahead and stand next to the chair. So I have the backing of my chair right next to my hips. And I'm taking my right leg, so that's closest to the chair, taking that forward, and I'm stepping back. So when I have my chair here in my hand, I'll show you this way. I do not have my arm back here, nor do I have my arm here. So I have it really directly next to me with my hip. That's what I'm doing right now. So go ahead and lift the back heel. So your left foot, lift that back heel up. And then we're going down and we're going back up. That's 12, here we are. So what you want to do is you want to focus on where your knees are going. So you want to make sure that your front knee does not push past your toes. And we want to keep the shoulders over the hips. And here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold this. Give me a little balance. Let's see, can you balance? And release those hands and come on back up and step out of your pose. Nice. I'm going to show you this one round. We're going to do one round forward. So I have my hands and my hips next to me. My hips, yeah, my chair in my hand. And I'm going to step that left foot back. Right foot is in the front. And we're going to do the same thing. Here we are. Here's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Go ahead, let me see you balance. Give me a deep inhale. Oh, and exhale. And then take that left foot and step it forward. Good job, very nice. So again, you are able to do these things on the chair. Let me show you real quick. You can be here and you can come up and you come down. There's your lunge right here. And the hover is happening here. I'm not sitting down on the chair, I'm just kind of hovering over it. So there's your option for the chair if you say, this is too much, I can't do that yet. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So I'm standing on the right side of my chair. I step my, I'm stepping my left foot forward, my right foot is back. Hands are in chair right next to my hips. And down we go, you are. Here's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hover. Let me see you balance. Ooh, deep inhale. And exhale and step forward. Oh, shake that off a little bit. And we're gonna do one more facing you. Again, that right foot is back, left foot is in the front. We're nice and tall, and here we are. Here's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold this. Let me see you balance. Deep inhale. And exhale and step that right foot forward and shake that off. Good job. Very nice, everybody. Let's have a seat. Woo! Working up a nice sweat in here, tell ya. An air-conditioned gym would be really nice. Well, I'm glad you're all still with me. Make sure you get plenty of water. That being said, cheers. While we're talking about water, human body is made 60% out of water. Your brain and your heart are 73% out of water. Your lungs, 83. Skin, 64. Your muscles and your kidneys, 79%. And even in your bones, is water. I got a little cheat sheet right here. But it's 31% in your bones that is water. So again, if there's muscle aches, if there's any kind of problems in that direction, headaches are huge. Neck aches, huge about lack of water, especially right now. Drink it up. Okay, friends, we're going to do a little bit of stretching for the lower body. I'm going to move back so you can see. So I'd like you to take your feet under your knees, hands are on your thighs, sit up nice and tall, and then take your right foot and just point it out. So like you're trying to point somewhere with your big toe. Just stretch the front of your leg. And now go ahead and flex that and then push your heel away from you and spread your toes out. Spread them out nice and wide. And then release that, and then do the same thing with your left. We're pointing out, or we're pointing away through the toe, getting a nice stretch, and there's a good chance that you get a cramp right now in your foot. Let's pull those toes in and push the heel out, spread your toes out nice and wide. Yeah, and release that. Step your right foot forward again, keep your foot flexed. Place both of your hands on your left, and then lift your chest up, and then exhale and sink forward. So remember, not here. It's not about how far can I go. It's about how long can I keep my body and how long can I hinge forward. What we want to do is we want to stretch from here below the knee to below the butt cheek. Right here, that's your hamstring in the back. That's what we want to stretch. If you feel any discomfort in your knee, in your calf, or in your hips, you're stretching too hard. Don't try so hard. Relax, breathe, inhale, and exhale. And then release that. Good. Let's try the other side. Left foot is forward, both hands on your right. Again, chest up, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Feel how your leg is extending and how you're stretching right in the back of your leg. And breathe in. And exhale out. And release that. Good. So let's do a little bit of hip flexor and quadricep stretch. So we're going to turn towards your left. Hands again on the back of your chair. Your right knee is tucking under, and if you can, release your toes. If you find that you have to have your toes like this tucked under, you go ahead, but I would encourage you to try this. It might be a little harder at first, but it will be much more efficient. So we want to keep, again, here, we want to keep that hip long, and we want to keep the knee down. If your knee is here because you say, I cannot stretch any further, really put your effort in sitting up, because this will not really get you anywhere. So your focus right now is upper body lift, and then let's see if you can let that knee drop. So for me, this is comfortable. So go ahead and take your right arm up. Palms are facing in. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, open up that chest. Now draw your navel in towards your chest, towards your spine, I'm sorry. Pull your navel towards your spine, and then lift your pubic bone up. And breathe. And go ahead and release that arm. Release your legs. And come on back to center. Yeah, lifting your belly button towards your chest, right? That would be it. Oh my God. I really got to write a book about these things that I come up with, that I throw out. Left leg. Here's well. Find a place. Toes are untucked or they're tucked. If your knee is more up front, make sure you really exaggerate the lift up through the chest. Nice and tall. Left arm palms are in. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, stretch it out. Now draw that navel again towards your spine and lift that pubic bone up. Breathe. And go ahead and release that hand. Release your hips. And come on back to center. Good job, everybody. I'm very happy that you have joined me, that you have worked a little sweat with me, that you worked your hips. Today is Wednesday, so on Friday I will have another yoga session for you up. I'm trying really, really hard right now to get it up early, so I'm hoping that I get to film tomorrow night, so Thursday night, so I have it up Friday morning early for you. So go ahead and please check. Again, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share with your friends and family. And up to the next time that we see each other, thank you very much, and stay cool. Make sure you drink plenty of water and stay healthy.